I think my concern is deeper than that. I do not, with respect, accept your explanation, Colonel. You caused for somebody to be arrested. Somebody who, on your own facts, was not complicit in the crime that you describe in the charge sheet. But because of your affidavit and the way the charge sheet is drafted, you caused for her arrest. That's irresponsible in the extreme. That's abuse of power. And it is not enough for you to say noted. No, Colonel, I don't accept that. I worry for the rest of the citizenry. Must I? I don't accept your answer. I don't. No, Colonel.
Chair, Commissioners, Council, I note your comment. When I applied for the warrant, there are 2 charges on the warrant which I took notice of. As I said, with regards to the charge sheet, the prosecutors are the legal experts in compiling the charge sheet. And I note that you are saying that what you are saying in your comment against me. I also have a concern. But as I'm saying, and I note what you say, is that the prosecutors are the legal-minded people that put the charges together. I have my affidavit. I've explained it to Chair and Commissioners. And moving from here, I can take that no further. Your comment is noted.
Okay. Thank you. But it's been a tad unfair.
Colonel, you've explained the approval processes, that a charge sheet is drafted and then it will be submitted to management. Eventually, somebody higher up gets to approve. Now, that higher up people beyond you, so it's you, but it moves on through the stages. They relied on your affidavit. They can say that they relied on your affidavit to approve this charge sheet. And it's simply not good enough that you have it attached to your affidavit, and the charge sheet is attached to your affidavit, and then you say, well, I didn't see it. It's simply not good enough, because you represent, when you sign this affidavit, as you would know, I'm not lecturing you or speaking to you about something that you don't know. As you would know, that when you sign and stand before a commissioner of oaths, you represent that and these are facts that are within your personal knowledge. You take ownership. So that it is drafted by a prosecutor doesn't excuse you whatsoever. It's your affidavit. You represent, I have read the pages. That's why you are asked, when you take the oath, do you know and stand by what is in this affidavit? So from where I'm sitting, I hold that you must be held to have known the contents of your affidavit and of the charge sheet, and you were happy to depose under oath that is your affidavit and you stand by it, including the charge sheet. And you cannot be excused on the basis that it's drafted by a prosecutor, but also I didn't notice. It simply doesn't. It's an excuse that is not available to you. You are responsible for this affidavit. You represent it to a court that this is your affidavit, it contains your truth, and you must be held to that. You can comment if you want to.
Not the Chair. You've mentioned it.
Thank you.
Staying with that paragraph 8.11, we are still at your page 2379 of your affidavit. We've just dealt with the point you make that Mrs. Mukwele was only supposed to apply for vetting after she had received a letter of conditional appointment. I'm interested in the concluding sentence in that paragraph. Civilian vetting, where required, must be done through the state security agency. You see that? Your affidavit, the application for warrant of arrest, I'm at 2379. We dealt with the first part of paragraph 8.11. I'm now at the tail end of that paragraph 8.11. Do you see where I'm reading from?
at the bottom of 8.11,
Yes.
civilian vetting
Yes.
where required must be done through state security
Yes,
agents.
that's correct.
That's more or less where civilian people who have the vetting done.
I see my question
Yes.
is coming. What is the source of that claim? On what basis do you say that she ought to have gone through the state security agencies? Is there an act, a policy, some form of prescript that so prescribes? That for a civilian, the vetting must happen through the SSA.
What's in there is that what I stated there is that civilian vettings are normally done through state security agents.
Now you say must be done through SSA. That there has to be a source of that somewhere. What is the source? Is it an act? Is it regulation? Is it anything that you can point us towards?
Act regulation with regards to security vetting at state.
Yeah, what prescribes that civilians in these circumstances must be vetted by SSA?
There's no particular act or regulation that I refer to. It's just a statement that I made.
So you can't then be correct that civilian vetting where required must be done through SSA. That's not a fact.
No.
There's
just
a
part of-
suggestion of perhaps how
Yes.
it
It's a
could have been.
suggestion.
Okay,
It's not a suggestion. I can't take that further.
All right.
Thank you, Council.
thanks. Then lastly, I guess, to close on this topic,
Can we do
Oh, yes.
this just for completeness? On the following page, 2380, at paragraph 11.
yes,
It's an issue we discussed a few minutes ago. You say to the court, the attached draft charge sheet outlines the acts committed by each of the 7 suspects in a very comprehensive way, which includes charges of corruption, defeating or obstructing the administration of justice, and perjury. See Annexure A. So you are telling the court that what is in the charge sheet is an outline of the acts committed by each of the 7 accused. It's you who's saying that to the court.
Noted there, Chair. I acknowledge that.
Are you? And the perjury here would have been what?
The perjury would have been where you signed under oath that the information that you provided is true and correct.
Yes. And what was the information that was incorrect?
I think it was on the application form, if I just got to look back on my memory into it.
You don't remember offhand?
Not offhand.
Okay, and then defeating or obstructing the administration of justice would have been what here? Remember, we are talking about a recruitment process, a panel, vetting, scoring. What would have been obstructing the course of justice here?
I'll have to look at this again and go through my stuff, Commissioner, to respond on that in terms of the charges that are there. To just pop it out now, also it's been a long day, but nonetheless, what I'm saying is that I have to go back and look at this part of thing you brought to my attention now.
Okay, but for now you don't have an answer to my question, so I must deal with it on the basis my question is not answered.
Your question not answered, Chair.
Thank you.
If President Cyril Ramaphosa is really serious and genuine about the cause of fighting corruption, more especially within the criminal justice system, he definitely has to disband IDAC. What is emerging, more especially after the press briefing held by the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, on the 6th of July last year, 2025, it is becoming clear that IDAC is a rogue unit within the criminal justice system, a rogue unit that is in the hands of rogue elements who are hell-bent on perpetrating criminal activities in this country. But not only that, their mission is to fight those within the South African Police Service or any other law enforcement agency who happens to stand in the way of their criminal activities. Look at how this IDAC has been weaponized to deal with people like the National Police Commissioner, General Fani Masemola, who's now currently suspended on flimsy charges brought about by IDAC. And of course, IDAC, remember, is housed within the NPA. Look at how IDAC has been weaponized to harass the likes of Lieutenant General Dumsani Khumalo, who is the head of crime intelligence. These people are brought into court on flimsy charges. The idea here and the mission is to demoralize them, tarnish their image, and of course make way for criminal syndicates who have clearly captured the leadership of IDAC. So if President Cyril Ramaphosa is serious about fighting crime in this country and restoring the public's confidence on the criminal justice system of this country, he has to disband IDAC. Look at how the IDAC head Johnson ran away from appearing before the Madlanga Commission. That tells you everything you need to know about IDAC. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Tebos Kosana. Siyabonga.